Welcome to Ministries Daily Devotional. Today's topic, the root of Jesse's tree. Reading from Isaiah chapter 11, verse 1, where it says, "Out of the stump of David's family will grow a shoot, and yes, a new branch bearing fruit from the old root." What does that mean? Well, Israel had a long, complicated history with kingship. The people didn't want a divine ruler and asked for an earthly one. Just a short while later in that story, Solomon, the nation's third king, lost his connection with God because of disobedience. What do I mean by that? Solomon only asked for wisdom, and God gave him so much more than that to rule the nation from what they had asked for. But the sad part was that because of his great wisdom, he fell because of his disobedience to do what God asked him to do by not worshiping idols. I think that we do that even today. But in the same time, Isaiah's prophecy today in today's passage is showing that Israel's kingly line seemed to be dying out. In time, God's people were conquered and taken into captivity. Now, by the time Jesus' day came, Herod ruled as Rome's puppet, and the kingdom seemed dead as a stump. You know, have you ever cut down a tree and realized that the last thing that you have to remove is the stump? How do you do it? Do you grind it? Do you pull it up and dig it out? Do you put chemicals on it to kill it so that over a period of time it will start to rot and die out? But I realize as I refer back to this in Isaiah 11:1, a shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse. From his roots, a branch will bear fruit. Now, the English translation of and I have a problem saying this word, is antiphon or radix Jesse, or the root of Jesse's tree. Tree would be his lineage, the family tree as we call it today. It indicates a new life that can come from a stump. You know, if you don't cut the stump back and all you do is cut the tree off to kill it or to stop it from growing, you don't stop the stump. Eventually the stump will start to grow shoots out of it again, and if not taken care of, you'll have a tree again. It may take a little bit longer, but it will show up. But the new life was Jesus, a son, Emmanuel. And in him, the stump became a new life, not just for the people of Israel, but also for the whole world. That includes you and me. Now, Jesus did far more than simply bring life back to a withering stump of Jesse's line. He reached beyond Israel, grafting all believers, you and me, into a new branch of a tree branching in every direction from the same root. What do I mean by that? Well, when the disciples finally got their gusto up, they went out and shared the gospel with the whole world. And before you knew it, or before we all knew it, it had spread around the world and was a part of everyone's life. A life of stories, history, not just myths and fables, but true reality of the fact that through Jesse's lineage, and even though Solomon fell and David wound up taking over, the birth of Christ still came into existence. But what the sad thing is today is that we have lost sight of that in our society and have started to worship idols and things over the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. As you walk into these next few days of Christmas, I challenge you with stopping and remembering the day you were saved and gave your life over to Christ as your Savior. And once you do that, hopefully, the flame that once burned bright on the day that you accepted Christ will be reignited and light again. I challenge you for this holiday to reignite that flame as Christ lives in your life for eternity and for his return, when we will all be excited and stand before him. Well, maybe not necessarily stand, but be before him in celebration of his love for us and the fact that we are part of his lineage. Hey, have a Merry Christmas and God bless you.